Greetings and salutations and welcome to Flintlocks and Fireballs, where a handful of mad actors will attempt to survive the treacherous depths of hell of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Jason Phelps, and I'm joined as ever by Robbie Bellekom, Sam Limbo Burns, and Ellie Sparrow.
Cornetto.
Yes, it's the alternate version of Dante's third canto.
Did the
Cornetto.
Did the Cornetto trilogy make its way over to America?
I think it
I
did.
think it did, yeah.
Fair play. They just feel really stupid in English, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, they are.
Yeah.
But that's the charm. That's probably why they made it.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
So, welcome back to our fourth and possibly final, hopefully final, we're kind of reaching the end of the plot here.
I don't know. I've got an intelligence of 6. I don't think we're putting our shit together.
Episode of Murder in Mephistopolis. We're going to launch more or less straight in, so before we do that, it's time to cast our minds back to the past and demand future us what pre-recorded messages from the present. It's Future Jason, ahead of our usual messages with a message from the present. In a case of extreme good news, bad news, we have all become quite suddenly extremely busy these last few months, with one of our members working on no less than 3 theatre things this winter. Which is excellent news, but has also left us very little recording time. Certainly for the past few months, and for at least the next few weeks to come. As such, we have been unable to build our update buffer back up, and I'm afraid we have to declare another unexpected update hiatus. We will be skipping at least our next 2 updates, and while it is our intent to return before the new year, we will keep you posted on when we will be able to come back. When that happens, we'll be rounding off the finale of Murder in Mephistopolis, doing a short run of the loop, and then finally returning to our adventure in progress in Calcinea. For more messages, take it away, past, future Jason. This episode of Flintlocks and Fireballs is brought to you by you. As ever, a massive thanks to our crew members on the Flintlocks Patreon who help keep this ship sailing. There's a wealth of extra content and bonus features for patrons, including regular blog posts, extra stories narrated by the cast, artwork, and a monthly poll for the community to help design an element to go into the game. You can check it out at patreon.com/flintlocks-and-fireballs, link in the description. We are an affiliate of dnddice.com, makers of beautiful specialty dice since 2010. Whether you need dice because you're masquerading as a vampire, calling Cthulhu, or are some sort of Pathfinder gathering the magic munchkins, you can click through our affiliate link in the description and grab yourself or a friend some particularly sexy dice or a particularly sexy leather dice bag. We are also an affiliate of Zavi, fine producers of nerdy garments and handy household items. Remember, you can click through the affiliate link in the description and use code FLINTLOCKS20 to take 20% off clothing and FLINTLOCKS10 to take 10% off not clothing. And that's it for announcements this time. Back to you, Past Jason. The chronology of these is getting a bit weird. Yeah, honestly, I think at this point we can just dive straight into it, unusually. And,
I'm going to be really relying on the recap this week.
Oh my god, hard same.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Oh, we didn't do an off-air one, did we? That was clever.
Nope.
of us.
We're heavily relying on this recap. No pressure, Jason.
Usually, if we all forget things, we'll talk about it off-air and then we'll have your recap. But we didn't do that.
I'm relying on my intelligence of 6 to see me through, and not.
I'm relying on your ability to keep notes, which is hilarious.
All my notes are in Dretch.
Yeah, it's basically Sam's ability to keep notes.
Okay. Well, we'll see how well this does.
As we begin, a murder in Mephistopolis. Our land stands on the sabre's edge.
Our cities are a powder keg.
Brother chains, brother, no one's free. what you'll see.
So gather your muskets, gather your spears, we'll plunder the shores of Calcinea. No kraken, storm or spell we fear, so come and sail with us, my dear.
Previously, on A Murder in Mephistopolis, MDF Investigations, our private detective trio, superseded only by 3D, the three Dretches, have been charged to identify the murderer of one Makats Montserrat, a Rakshasa who was brutally murdered without proper paperwork being filed in his office in the Montserrat Steelworks in the lower city of Mephistopolis. The party have investigated the crime scene where they were able, thanks to Dretch's distinctive sense of smell, to
Bad shiny.
indeed pick up a scent of a bad shiny essence on the scene, as well as Makatz's own sort of steel and feline essence. They found a number of leads, taking them to various locations, including Subterranean Sandwiches, a front for a smuggling operation run by Kato the Cat Demon, which you can think of as a much less classy version of Rakshasa. Like less noble tiger and more patchy street cat. Where they found a number of actual contraband. And learned that Makats had been involved in some degree of smuggling items out into the city. Out of the city into the abyss, the ever-changing plains beyond the boundaries of the Principalities of Hell. They then proceeded to investigate Makatz's best friend, Romats Montserrat, son of Lord Montserrat, who was also their primary suspect, with an imp painting identifying them as being at the scene, and the Truth Speaker guards further acknowledging that Romats. Why did I give these people the same last syllable of their name?
This is your
Rhyming
fault.
names.
There was a reason. There was actually a reason.
I don't doubt.
Yes, that Romats had been seen entering the scene of the crime. The party the party did find that that Romats apparently had a solid alibi. However, had also been secretly visiting the Elysian Gardens, a paradisical retreat owned and operated by the Awagai clan, an up-and-coming clan under the leadership of the shape-changing serpent demon Owagi, who also ran a nightclub, the Sticks, where the party ran into one of Malius's old flames, Rodi, the Dorgal, chain demon, and after a brief meeting with Owagi themselves, also met a couple of succubi, Mirth and Snark, and the gatekeeper demon Janet, a Marilith with the power to create portals between locations. Having travelled with Marilith up to the Elysian Gardens, they briefly interviewed the succubus Rake, who was having some very cushy R&R time at Owagi's expense, following a settlement out of court after some sort of indiscretion with their last client. The party then met Balthazar, a gargoyle stock trader, and took the lift up to the what's the term? The exchange. The lofty towers where stock trading in many favours takes place in the heights of Mephistopolis, where they infiltrated the Celestia Exchange and spoke to 2 members of Lady Callisto's personal household, her son and daughter, respectively Tabal Silktongue and Jabalat, both the lead stock trader and the house's main lawyer.
Tab and Jib, understanding my own notes. Excellent.
Yes. So, having done that, the part. Oh yeah, and along the way you also. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. Having done that, you identified what appears to have been some sort of illicit, well, not really illicit, but highly scandalous if it got out, affair between Jabalat of the Callisti and Romance of Montserrat, and to which Tabal apparently took issue, giving him... You also heard that he had sworn personal vendetta against Macats. Tabal does not deny this, but has instead stated that he had every intent of pursuing that vengeance once Duke Mephisto's year in which the vendetta between their houses was suspended came to an end, which is still 3 months off. You also discovered in Tabal's office, I'm giving you a really full recap of what you found because it's been 2 weeks.
We need it.
You discovered, let's see, Tabal. Tabal, it's worth noting, is one of the few archdevils known to be capable of foiling truth spells. You found that one of his glasses had a trace of Macat's essence on it, or at least an essence that smelled like that of Macat. And you also, and indeed, his essence does reek of the bad shiny scent. You also found a jar of what you believe to be succubus essence hidden away in a false mirror in his bathroom. The last you saw of Tabal, he was throwing things at you as you scurried out of his office with Frug, your secret... your what's it called? Your invisibility spell lasting just long enough to get you into the door as it closes. The lift looks at you. You had a short conversation before the lift went. I've got requests for me downstairs. Time to go down. Would you like some soothing lift music?
Music.
Yes.
Why is it always this song? Every single time.
A dance. I do a dance.
You have a beautiful voice.
You get as far as you have a beaut, and Malius, Dretch, you see Frog just keels over.
What?
Unconscious.
Down.
Hey,
Excellent.
Frog, alright?
The lift. Do.
Frog? Poke.
Poke.
Frog, roll a wisdom save, please.
Oh no.
Okay, I've rolled a 6 on the dice, so that is a 7.
Out cold.
Frog. Kick.
Roll. How hard are you kicking?
Not that hard. I like them.
Okay, not hard enough to do
I
damage.
didn't get my dice out. Can I take one of yours?
Oh, yes. Alright, yes. Around somewhere.
Could
Make my dice.
I try
There
and work
they
out
are.
if this
Got
is a
them.
magical
Never
effect?
mind.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Yeah, because this is like they just keeled over
Yeah, just
seemingly for no reason. Okay. That is a 17.
yeah, this is definitely magic. It's probably not the lift. Like, it's probably like it's nothing that is affecting the pair of you. You don't feel anything trying to send you to sleep.
I would like to poke them with my normal stick.
Okay, you poke them with your normal stick. Roll a d100.
D6. Nope, it's a normal stick. It's fine.
No, roll a d100, please.
Oh, roll a D100. Okay. Nope, those both have. Would anyone like some dice noises on air? Because Ellie forgot to get their dice out before we
Roll
started.
a d100. For
Oh, feel the pun. Oh, yeah, good noises. Anyway, no, I definitely have one. I just needed to be able to see them. That is
That's a 6.
6. Yeah, is that bad?
Wow.
Okay, well, I gave like a less than 10% chance of it not being a normal stick. So it's not a normal stick.
Oh my god, what is it?
Oh, wow.
What is it?
It's Jason.
Jason needs a
wishes-
book.
Yeah, Jason
what book
wishes
do you
he
need?
kept the DMG on him today. I think it's...
Is it that one over there?
That is...
This is the content you join in
Oh,
for,
yeah, one
listeners. Oh, he's taken his headphones out and he's walking across the room. He's rummaging.
it's serious.
He's giggling.
Oh, no,
This
it's
is
No,
not
that's
that
the
one.
player's
to
handbook. It could be
people.
anywhere, listeners. This is very suspenseful. He's opening a box that's taped shut.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
wow.
Where the
Right.
bloody hell is the DMG? Do you know at home? If you do, tweet us.
Okay, well, this,
Write it in answers
it's-
on the back of a
it's-
postcard.
It's a rare occasion where I'm actually going to have to just get this up on the interwebs instead.
Flintlocks and Fireballs is sponsored by Warburtittle's Wieners. Eat one.
I definitely have a DMG. Like,
I normally have this.
somewhere.
I just figured I
I
wasn't
don't
going to
know
need
why I'm
it.
being unhelpful. I
Figure-
definitely could find one. It didn't occur
I figured
to
I
me
wasn't
to
going
look
to
at
need
my-
it, but nope. Here it is. Roll a d100 again, please.
Again?
Yeah.
But I got a
Again,
6.
Oh yeah, no. That was to figure out whether it was a normal stick.
Oh no, okay.
That's to figure out what type of not normal stick it is.
88.
Okay.
What is it?
Is 88 a magic stick?
It is a particularly magic stick. I now
wow.
need you to roll a d4, please.
A D4.
Yeah.
This is excellent.
I'm loving it.
A
Is
1.
it cursed?
Sorry.
A 1.
Okay. So.
Oh, that's the good laugh. That's the good laugh, right?
Okay.
Right?
So.
Nah, we're fucked.
It's not that bad. 10 amethyst shards burst out of the end of the stick,
Oh,
embedding themselves in Malius's side. Malius,
Ow!
you take 10 hit points of damage.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
Sorry, Frug. That's a good point. This is an enclosed space. It's an enclosed space. There are 10 of these, so I'm actually going to roll for how many of them go for Malius over Frug here. Oh, I'm sorry, Malius. Uncanny dodge. Frug, only one of these shards hits you, so you take 1 point of damage and wake up. But yes,
Awake!
you uncanny dodge half of them, so 4 of the amethyst shards embed themselves into your skin instead. Malius.
Ah!
So 4 points of damage?
Yeah.
I look at
Right.
the stick. Bad stick.
Oh.
Are you sure that's entirely just a stick and not
Stick?
something else? Well, yeah, obviously, but, normal sticks don't do this. Indicates wounds.
Bad stick.
Oh, no, I've seen a lot of sticks. What happened?
I could ask you the same question you just keeled over.
Sleep.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I'm going to shut my eyes again.
No.
No, I poked them with
Should
my
I
normal stick
continue my
again.
singing, or are we?
Yeah.
Hey, that was definitely magic.
Okay, you start going do yourself, and you keel over. again.
I poked them with my normal stick again because it worked last time.
Roll another D100, please.
Okay, is this some kind of curse magic?
89.
Okay, another D4, please.
2.
Okay, this time 20 shards of amethyst.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna roll D20 for this one. Malius, you're really unlucky. 18 of them.
Oh god.
Sorry. You can uncanny dodge it again. So
Yeah, I'm uncanny dodging that again.
9 shards of amethyst this time.
Will someone take that away from them, please?
As 2 more
My stick.
stab into Malius and wake them up.
Wake! I point like I've done something good.
Oh! I'm gonna roll an intelligence check to see if I can connect the singing and the going unconscious.
Yes.
I have rolled... Well, I rolled a 4, so that's a 2. No, I don't.
It's the only common denominator. Shut up. Like, hand over mouth. Like, no. This is something very weird going on here, and I would prefer to figure out exactly what's going on before...
Ding.
Well,
Yeah. You know what? Forget all of this murder investigation. This lift mystery is now happening.
The doors open, ting, and
Bye.
like 2 huge lobster claw demons in suits, just like do the thing where like you put one, like you clap one fist into one palm, but it's with crab claws.
right. Okay, seriously, I don't want to be getting any more perforated than I currently am. What was that?
We're gonna have to ask you to leave now.
Bye.
Yeah, sure,
Hold
don't worry
on,
about that.
We've got a mystery to solve. The DM literally puts characters in to get us out of fucking lift.
Bug?
Roll for bug.
I offer them a bug. Do they take the bug?
One of them will take a bug. They don't get many points on the job.
Roll
It is
for
good bug.
You can take the bug.
Ooh.
You know, this
Thanks.
lift, and as we're leaving,
Good
I
bug.
say, you know, this lift has a beautiful singing voice. You might want to try harmonizing with it sometime.
They just accompany you loomingly until you leave. However, you quickly find the doors shutting behind you, and you are out in the streets, the upper levels of the city. The beautiful blue sky, the flaming pillar that serves as the equivalent of a sun visible in the distance, a searing line of light, and the cloud level below you. You have done a lot of investigation up to this point. You have one more night before in which to gather your any further evidence before you present your case to the court. So if there are any further investigations you wish to do, now is the time.
Well, first of all, I think we should get to a place where we're not going to be overheard so we can discuss this.
Yeah.
Secrets.
Okay. Are you going to try and find somewhere here in the upper city, or are you going to move, try and get...
Yeah, like, the garden where we arrived here initially seemed fairly secluded, other than the gargoyle.
You need to try and get a lift back. You need to either climb back down or figure out how to get a lift.
Ah, okay.
Because you actually went up here via a private lift service.
That's true, okay.
Great glass elevator style.
Is there any, like, public transport here?
There is the train. Now, you do have season tickets.
No.
Fly.
Well, I
I
guess
flap my tiny wings. Fly.
it's not a bad idea for you, but the
It's
rest
a
of
terrible
us...
idea. You're so slow.
10 speed of fucking 10 foot. We'll be there next year. The whole of the night.
You probably could.
We'd like to get there in something like a reasonable time scale.
Slow. Small.
Okay, we'll take the damn train.
Okay.
Changeable.
You queue up. You make your way towards the trains and queue up. Well, first of all, you have take a little bit of time to wander, to look around until you eventually find the train station. The train stations in the upper city are almost like the train station that you originally got to, except this one's actually kept in good nick. Whereas the train station back in the stacks was all full, was quite dreary and filled with a sense of faded glory. This one, the gold paneling is actually polished. The security imps on their poles have shiny, polished armor. And there is, and everyone's still kind of packed, waiting for the train. But they're all smoking cigars, and they just feel, and there just seems like a much greater amount of disposable income here.
Oh, is the train itself really perky as opposed to the slightly downtrodden ones we've been riding up to this point?
As the train, this is a good point actually. As you're waiting for the train, let's see. Yeah, this would be that. Dretch.
Dretch.
You notice that there are. You actually notice a group of figures near. Let's see. Do you notice figures? No, you notice one figure nearby who doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the stockbroker crowd. They're mostly dressed in quite sharp suits. They're chatting. They're drinking. They're arguing. This chap is dressed in a suit as well, but his suit is a little bit closer to Malius's in style. It looks like it's an old suit that's been, neatened up as best it can. And he does have a pretty and he's wearing a flat cap. It's a kind of tall, lanky, sort of charcoal-skinned demon with really long, droopy ears. Who's ostensibly reading a newspaper, but it's the newspaper is actually mentioning it has the headline "Investigations continue into lunar attacks on city." But you do notice him glance up at your trio once before going back to reading.
I would like to listen to his thoughts, please.
Okay. You have. I don't know if we have actually specified the distance of your thought of your telepathy. I think
it's detect thoughts.
We're going with detect thoughts as the base. So I'm going to say that he's not like within 30 feet of you immediately, but you could sidle closer.
I would like to sidle. I'll send a little telegraph message to the others, just going, there. And I'll gesture with a really big ear in the vague direction of this man.
Okay, noted.
Okay. Roll a stealth check, Drax, please.
Lol, 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 lol. I've got a -1 to stealth.
What could go wrong?
3.
You knock several business demons out of the way as you much closer. Hey, oh, excuse me. Who's let this Dretch run loose?
Nah.
Sorry. We've had a trying day.
You hear the thought of the demon go. Yeah. Well, looks like I've been made. Alright, guess I'll keep following for now.
You get a little message into both of your heads. Following.
I reply, gotcha.
Who for?
Huh?
I I think that's something we gotta work out for ourselves.
Yeah.
You then hear the thought kind of formers. Yeah. Oh yeah, one of them's a dretch. Okay, in which case, let's think loudly. Investigators continue looking into...
I'd like to,
the text of the newspaper.
I'd like to repeat it a second afterwards. Investigators continue. It's like half the words just into his head.
Oh, just into the investigator. Into
A
the
wave.
He kind of looks at you, raises an eyebrow, tips his hat, but continues to read the newspaper as a mental defense technique.
But while he's busy doing that, could I try casting actual detect thoughts and go deeper?
Yes,
That's clever.
Yes, you can. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh dear. Why? Oh no! This dice is not my friend today. That's a 2.
If I see this, can I, shield them somehow by, just standing in front of them? Because that shouldn't really affect it, should it?
I guess if you're shielding them, then I'll let you roll that with advantage. If you know that they're...
Yeah.
I would like to
Theatrically reaching
continue
into my jacket for something.
just
Yeah.
half repeating what he's already thinking into his head, just to upset him.
Things somewhere.
He keeps his cool. This demon's a professional.
Okay, so I've rolled an 11, but I have a thing where I can add a d4 if I failed a thing. Is an 11 a failure?
Against his passive, yes.
I mean, to be fair, I'm about to dive deep into his thoughts. I know he's gonna know I'm there.
Oh yeah, it's just whether you successfully hide your casting from anyone else who might be watching.
Yeah. So I'm going to add the d4 just to try. Because I can do that a couple of times. That's a whole 2, so that's 13.
Okay, 13. Awesome. So he definitely notices you cast something. And so I think this is where we begin the battle of wills. So you'll just go. So you hear him mentally reading out loud the newspaper, but you're going to try and dive deeper. So I think this is an intelligence saving throw.
It is. I've changed my page. Karzar was looking at my abilities. It is. Wisdom.
Wisdom. Cool.
Yeah. Wisdom 14.
All right. Wisdom 14. Ooh, okay. So you see him visibly wince for a moment as you force your way past his mental defenses.
Hello!
Okay, so you get an insight. So we're going to play this one a little bit closer to the book than I do on the first turn. So you get a sense of its reasoning, emotional sense, and something that looms large in its mind. And then, well, if you can keep this up for longer, we start to get more of. We go into more of the house rules used for Calcinea. Okay, well, you get a flash of this figure's immediate purpose. They are following you. They are waiting for something. It is definitely not. It appears to be doing a job, and there is an underlying sense of being a little bit rushed, honestly. Like they've just changed tasks recently. They are very upset with you going into their mind as well. And
Dretch, ask who they're working for.
Who work?
and is going to try using an action to fight you off. Can I ask you to make an intelligence check, please?
Oh no! Oh dear. Yes. Let me find. Oh, well that's a 10.
Okay.
Yes. 12 minus 2 is 10.
They manage to force you out of their thoughts and immediately just turn and start moving away, trying to keep more than 30 feet from you.
Okay, can
Goodbye.
I move after them?
As you do so, say Dretch and Malius, you both notice a uniformed member of the train, basically like the train guard,
Right.
show up. So someone wearing like his train conductor's, like a demon with
Infernal transport
yeah,
police,
basically,
right?
Infernal Transport Police. You see a demon with 6 horns on either side of its head and long, like kind of arms that trail across the floor. But in like a 1920s like Poirot era style train conductor's outfit.
Amazing.
With trim.
I have a question. It's really important. Are the sleeves long enough for the arms?
Yes.
Okay. I needed to know. It
If
was
anything, they're
very
actually a little
It
long.
was
He's had to
vitally
fold them up a bit so that they don't scuff.
Aww.
Oh.
Yeah, it's clearly made for a longer armed demon.
Aww.
Oh.
That's sad.
Hilariously, the trousers are actually a little bit short.
Oh no.
Slightly too short.
A little
Just see
too
a
short.
Bit too much of the sock, you know? But yeah, it's making its way over towards you with intent there as well. So, and you can see that your tail has noticed this and is now making their way towards the conductor.
I would like to telegraph something into his head, please.
Yes, you were closer, so I'll say you can do this before he he's trying to deliberately get more than 30 feet from you. But I'll say you can get something before, and after that you need to start making checks to follow him through the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I go, stop. Bite. I would like to make an intimidation check, please.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
Yes, you can.
Excellent. Not very good at it, so it's complete luck.
Just check.
Oh, 18.
Yes!
That is pretty good. Unfortunately, he rolled a natural 20 on his wisdom save. It's the real
Is it
shame.
that gold dice?
It's not.
Damn
It's the one that we got from Wizards. But you do see him like turn around. There's like a flash in his eyes, and you just get a thought back of, "We'll settle this later."
Now.
Okay, you're going to try and force this. He is going to try and make his way through the crowd, but as you do, so I'm going to require your choice of athletics or acrobatics, depending on whether you push or weave to try and catch up to him from anyone who's trying to follow.
Athletics for Dretch.
Acrobatics,
Same.
most certainly.
I'm going to rely on the fact that I'm somewhat venomous, like poisonous, if anyone touches me, to keep people out the way.
23.
Okay. Yeah, you just
14.
shove
16.
aside some business demons. 14, 16. You are actually, as the pair of you try and like slide through, you hear a doo doo sound.
Wow, no!
As the train, it's the same train, but for some reason it seems to have like a gold and red sheen. This when it's up here, it's like it's got a different paint job. It looks almost like it's newly out of the shop, as it were. Pulls into the station. The doors open and demons just start moving in, like en masse into the carriages. So as the rush starts, Malius and Frug, you're actually not quite able to keep up. You didn't roll low enough that you're in danger of being like ferried into the train, but you are close enough that it does make it hard for you to keep up. Dretch, you're able to keep within 30 feet, and in fact, you're able to gain on him. I'll say you get within 15 feet of this chap as he's trying to get off the platform at the same time. He also is fighting the flow of the crowd. The conductor Meanwhile, is not able to keep up and it's just like pulled away.
Oh no.
Oh, his long arms trailing.
That was a good day.
Okay, I'll say then that. Okay, you're able to.
I want to grab him, but I'm not near enough.
You want to get okay. One more check, and I'll say that if you manage it, you get close enough to grab onto him.
To jump on him.
All right. So another check from the pair of you as well.
Okay.
Through.
It's not good. 9.
Oh,
Natural
dirty
20.
No, 19. So I've only got a +1.
Okay. You try
Total
and
of 22.
you try and jump, but you get caught by a huge gorilla-type demon carrying 2 heavy, like, carpet bags.
My ear gets stuck on one of the bags. It gets caught.
no.
Got very big ears.
Out of my way!
Ow!
Before striding on.
Ears!
You actually use the gap that appears around him, though, the pair of you, to slip past Dretch. And you get close, and I'm going to say that the 3 of you are able to get collectively keep up and get within 15 feet of this guy. The crowd is starting to thin out now. You've got one more chance before we can reach the end of the platform to try and grab him. So, one last check from everyone.
Okay. Is it still acrobatics to just sort of weave and duck to get to him? Okay.
13.
14.
14.
Okay.
Oh no.
He flubbed that roll. So just as he's about to get to the stairs out, there is a huge like millipede style demon, just like wearing astonishing high heels, comes up the stairs in a hurry. Make way! And like bowls him over before running and just getting into the doors as they close. Do.
Now you remember what happened last time with that?
No,
The 3 of you
I was busy being unconscious.
scramble close enough and manage to surround this demon as he's on the ground, flat cap slightly over his face.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Spill
Would you
it.
like to be our friend?
Follow.
Listen, I appreciate that this is a little untoward into the situation, but I'm just here to do a job.
Blah, blah, what?
So are we.
We just like a chat. I'm gonna put an arm around the person. And they need to make a con save.
Oh, yeah.
Which they fail, so they're...
They are now poisoned for a minute.
Okay, so flat cap is poisoned. He grimaces, and his greyish cheeks go a little green.
Don't mind about Frog. They've got a lovely personality.
So, I'd be right in assuming that you're at MDF Investigations.
Who wants to know?
I mean, that is not really.
Oh, name's... well, I don't tend to use my name much in business, but... well, Feral.
Farrell?
Yeah, Feral. Listen, this is all started a little early for my tastes. This isn't quite where we'd anticipated doing this, but if I'm just waiting for someone to arrive before this becomes official.
Hungry.
Official. Like, there's a member of the governmental body that's ordering us tailed?
Well, it's actually we're a private firm, much like yourself, one of a few. He's just continuously.
So what was your interest in us?
Well, actually, I was waiting. He looks to the edge of the platform, which is now empty, apart from the security imps on the poles, and you see 3 more figures coming in from the edges of the platform. They are 2 of them are tall, lanky, grey demons like him. One wearing a top hat and carrying a cane, and one wearing a bowler hat, all similarly dressed in suits. The 4th figure is actually a huge black furred dog with 3 heads.
Uh-oh.
Explain.
We're here. Shit. It's. We're not really supposed to talk about this before the courier arrives.
Hungry.
Roll another intimidation.
Dretch gets very hungry.
Yeah, you should see them when they're hungry.
9.
It's not pleasant. You wouldn't like them when they're hungry.
The other 3 demons start to slowly move closer in a kind of like a moving so that they can kind of cut off easy access to the exit. Well, there's 2 exits that aren't just the tracks. There's the stairs to the other side, and there's the stairs out of the shiny platform. What the hell? Hey guys, we alright to just get started on this? The dog. Wait for the courier. Okay. Right, so we can't do this without the paperwork, says Feral, or Flatcap. Okay, so we're assassins. There's a writ of assassination against you, but we can't actually...
What?
Yeah, we can't actually execute that until you've been served formal notice.
Oh.
Right, and when was this due to occur?
I mean, as soon as the courier finds you...
Leave?
Who did the order?
Oh, you'd have to check the paperwork. We're just told to turn up and wait for a notice to be delivered.
Leave.
Right, so...
Before.
Until and unless this notice is delivered, you can't do anything, is what
Leave.
you're saying.
Leave. Before. Anyone?
We can act in self-defense, so I would encourage you to maybe let me go.
Leaving?
No. I mean, we could leave, but they will just follow us.
Yeah.
Later? Find?
I mean, we could try and lose them.
Courier coming.
Are you... true. Are you very good at following people? If we leave, are you going to be able to follow us easily?
I mean, it's
literally their job.
Yes, but our job is solving murders, and you've seen how good we are at that.
Well, clearly good enough that somebody thought it was a sensible idea to send some assassins after us. Do you ever think of that?
I'm flattered, honestly.
Is there anyone you've recently offended?
Yes.
Probably whoever that is. We work through an intermediary service. It's nothing personal. We just get the target. The paperwork is going to have whoever put the suit out against you, reasons for duress.
Bribe?
Lance is over at the dog.
Is there a way of us making this worth your while?
Bug?
Pull out a buck.
Gave me
Could I interest you in a lantern?
What is... that's not a bug.
Oh no! What is it?
So this could be... Okay.
All I have is not a bug. That's on you.
Yep.
I can roll for good or bad if you want.
I think that's what I was going to need. I think I'm going to ask for another D100, please.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to cleave hard table fables on this, but I just want to see.
31.
Okay. Let's see what...
He's
Sure,
giggling.
why not?
Oh, wow.
You draw out what you thought was a bug. But it's actually a small... it's actually not a bug. It's a rock. It's a small black rock that starts dribbling inky water. And then gushing inky water. And you see the demons, the other three demons kind of take a step back as just like lashes of torrid black water start bursting out of this at every angle. A wind whips up around
Bug.
around you.
Wow.
The surveillance imps who kind of like have been calmly painting photographs of this whole thing stop pausing their brushes from their tall poles and start looking at each other as it feels like you're kind of in the center of a hurricane now, or at least a gale that's starting to pick up. What's that?
Bug. Danger.
Somehow I doubt it.
Danger bug.
The various... I was really hoping this would give me something. There we go. As the wind starts to pick up around you, the pristine flagstones start cracking in places, and a sort of black, sludgy ichor begins filling up.
Run.
No.
Oh boy.
Alright, time to go.
The feral, the flat cap demon, looks at the arm around his shoulder. Would you mind?
Oh, sorry, yes.
As soon as you lift it, he just bolts, as do the others. The dog demon kind of like snarls, but looks at the... you can see a shape, like out of the black stone, a pool is forming and some sort of shape is starting to rise out of it.
Okay,
And
yeah,
just starts
let's go,
backing
let's go.
off.
Bye. As soon as they leave, I stop being
Goodbye.
intimidating and just like throw it on the platform. Go!
Just pegging it at this point.
Bad bug.
Do you just... Are you going to, like, where do you want to run? Are you going to try and run back into the upper city, onto the train tracks?
Is the train there still?
Roll luck check.
9.
Yeah, the train has left, and it's not coming back for a while. You've missed the train.
Is
Fly?
I mean, I've got a spell, but I can only take one other.
As you're
I fly.
kind of like starting to back away, you can see trees rising out, twisting up, kind of like mangrove-like trees, out of the black sludge, and what seems to be a stag, like forming out of the inky tendrils.
We gotta lose him in the city now.
Time to go.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna try and just first of all break line of sight between myself and them.
Yeah, you burst into a run as the stag turns two hollow voids for eyes towards you and lets out a bleating cry as just as a swarm of inky beetles just starts coming out of the area around you. I need everyone.
There's the bug.
Yeah, there's the bugs. I need everyone to make. I mean, yeah, you have you're just bursting into a run at this point. I think this is. I think at this point you've got a choice. You can try and just peg it, trusting to your speed with athletics, your ability to try and pick streets randomly with acrobatics, or I'd allow an investigation check to just lose try and lose them in the maze of streets.
I'm going to go with investigation if that's an option.
Athletics.
I haven't got anything above a +1, so. Oh, but I've rolled an 18. So
Natural 20.
Speaking of
athletics
ones,
is a 19. Oh no.
that were a 1, lads.
Oh no.
Can we grab onto them?
So I'm going to say that the three Malius, you spot a twisting route. Frug follows. Dretch, you start following after them, just running. You get to the edge of one of. You get towards the edge of one of the platforms where the lifts occasionally drop. There's like flying glass bubble elevator type things. There's not one there currently, but just as you're about to get to the quickly spreading morass of roots and black ichor, one of the roots whips out and grabs Frug. It's not Frug. Grabs Dretch by the ankle. You trip up, smack into the paved streets, and the Ichorus tendril starts pulling you back into the swiftly expanding morass. You can hear screams and shouts as various private security demons start running forth to try and do something about the fucking horde that's come out of nowhere. You vaguely hear people screaming, screaming, "It's another attack!
Oh no.
The demon queen Loletta has struck again!"
Oh no.
Mess.
Yeah.
Bug.
There is no shortage of
Bad
bugs.
bug.
And indeed, as you are being held down, a swarm of bugs is coming for you. I think I'm going to call... I'm going to call it a very quick initiative check just to see who acts in what order in this sequence.
22.
Okay.
Just 2.
7. Nope. Hang on. I've got a modifier. What the fuck is your initiative modifier? I'm having a moment.
Dex.
16.
Ooh, okay. That means you just go ahead of the swarm. Okay, so Malius, I'm going to say that you are at the edge of this platform. Dretch is 15 feet away on the edge of the expanding morass. The tree root grasped around their leg, and Frug is between you. You can see just a swarm of beetles and strange, overwhelming forces rushing towards you. You actually see one besuited demon get caught in the morass, overwhelmed by bugs. And as they pass, instead of like skeletal remains, you see some sort of huge chitinous creature step up, emerge from the morass, transformed in a manner not unlike those of the werewolves, actually, but into a kind of humanoid beetle ogre thing.
Oh.
It lets out a sort of chittering...
Change, bug.
Oh no.
Change bug.
I'm going to
Dretch is a
short bow off
criminal
myself.
now.
And
That happened.
going to attempt to shoot an arrow at the tendril that is holding on to Dretch.
Good
in the
choice.
hopes of getting it to let go.
Roll attack.
Okay. 15?
15. Okay, that does hit. Roll damage.
Okay. That's only 4 piercing, but
Okay, it's not quite enough to go through to go all the way through. The arrow does stick into it, and you see black liquid spurt out. It weakens the hold of the tendril, but it doesn't break it all the way. Anything else you want to do?
well, if it's only 15 feet away, can I try? I mean, this is going to be foolish, but I'm going to attempt to get to Dretch and pull them free.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You get close enough and just try, and I'll say that you can. You've kind of used your action to attack, but I'll let you give Dretch advantage on a check to pull
Yeah, I'll
themselves
use
out.
the help action.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
So I need a strength. I think it's to be a strength saving throw with advantage, technically.
Okay, for me.
Yes, to avoid being pulled further into the morass.
So that is 21.
Okay,
Hey.
you grab hold of Malius and wrench your foot free, the weakened branch snapping. The tendril on your foot kind of wriggles around on its own as you kick it up. Okay, you are free of the morass, but it is continuing to expand. You are kind of stuck in an alleyway with a dead drop on one side, and high buildings on either side, and an expanding morass of darkness ahead.
Fly?
Yeah.
Gotta make like a tree and leave.
That's not a bad idea.
The nightmare trees in the distance continue to break their ways up the up the glass spires.
Carrie?
What do you say? Is this physically possible? Like, out of character clarification, is it physically possible for you to carry both of us?
I have no idea, I'm just saying it.
It's definitely possible for them to carry one of you. Mm-hmm. You don't know if it's possible to carry both of you. But this.
I've got a spell. I can get us 500. Two of us.
Okay, you have
500
seconds.
feet away.
Make a decision. Dretch, what do you want to do?
Any carry. No, look at them. Anyone, jump on me if you want carrying.
Sure.
I take Malius and I fly really slowly.
You grab Malice, run off the edge, and
I run really fast off the edge
Off
and
the
then
edge,
it just
and then-
like arrests in midair.
Okay, Malius and Dretch are off the edge. The swarm
Save you a bit of spell, I figure.
lashes forwards with black tendrils at Frug. 16 hits your armor class?
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, then I need you to make a strength save, please.
That's a 0.
Oh wow, that is definitely something. Okay, well
I didn't roll a 1.
that's true. So you take
I rolled a 2.
You take 11 points of
Times
damage as 2 tendrils grasp hold of your limbs and start pulling you into the morass. Of
They
that,
might be poisoned now.
yes. Do you have any resistance to acid?
No, just poison.
Cool. Then you take the full 10 point. You take the full 11 points of damage as the strange morass begins clawing its way up your legs, and you feel it trying to dissolve and remake your very essence.
Oh.
Oh no.
As a portion of the abyss tries to claim you.
Well, this better not awaken anything.
Frug, it's your go.
I'm going to dimension door out.
Okay, with
I will go 500 feet away
You
See you in like 5 hours.
okay.
In 50 turns.
Yeah,
Do you want
50 turns.
do you want to pick a direction, or just like
I mean, which direction were we going?
you were eventually going to go down, so you can try and drop to a lower level.
Yeah, like I
Yep.
found a means of getting away from this lot with the investigation check, so I think that would be where I'd be directing.
Okay,
Dretch to
you.
Oh yeah, Dretch will go where you tell them to go.
Okay, so you kind of visualize one of the lower stories, and with a of magic, you
That's me out of spells.
Oh no.
blink out of existence.
I only get 2 spell slots.
The air clapping around you before you reappear on a lower floor next to one of the gold glass lifts on a matching platform, but like a good a number of stories down. The door's open. Ding. Do you want to go anywhere?
Probably.
Okay,
Do you know any songs?
I do.
You're a dick.
Oh no.
That's all I've got time for in my action.
So at this point,
This
yeah, I just want to know whether you step into the lift or not.
Not immediately, because I don't know where anyone is or where I'm
so
going.
staring up, you see the tiny speck of Dretch slowly flying away.
So
I wave.
As the
I wave.
as the swarm begins to expand, you see something unusual. The upper level windows of Duke Mephisto's tall iron tower open up, and a swarm of armored demons, many of them wielding long glaives with glowing blades, emerge and begin tackling the edges of the expanding swarm. You've escaped the very edge of it, but over the next minute or so, you see them battling back a horde of creatures, which may once have been your fellow devils, trying to escape the rapidly consumed train station before some sort of spell or defense finishes activating in the tall tower, and a pair of sort of horns almost of brilliant shining metal emerge from the top. A line of light goes between them, flickers from them before forming a huge sort of golden eye, which looks down, and you have just enough foresight to close your eyes before a blinding beam strikes the entire district. It persists for about 18 seconds
It's
before
gone full Sauron.
before it fades. And as the afterglow clears, you see the two horns descend back into the top of the tower. And
I'm
that
gonna hold up my little lantern and go, why can't you do something like that?
I used to be able to do shit like that until I got settled with you.
That's my fault. I'm holding you back, am I?
Yeah. And the entire, apart from a few remaining straggling bits of ichor, which are beaten down and destroyed by the swarms of demons, it seems that whole section around the train station has been swept clean. Possibly with extreme prejudice.
you just Malius, you get a little telegraph from Dretch. Soup.
Well, on the plus side, I don't suppose they're going to be coming after us, or at least those particular ones ain't going to be coming after us anytime soon. All the same. And he's gonna
Crime.
reach up, such as Hat of Disguise, and change his outward appearance.
Crime bug. That's all you just...
Yeah, like, where did you pick one of those up?
Dunno! Bug!
Alright, maybe we should more closely examine your regular diet, because that does not strike me as something that should just be in a regular packet of bugs.
Found.
I guess.
Bugs.
Don't suppose you remember where, do you?
Was it behind the sandwich shop?
You hear a sort of like mental shrug. Bugs?
Well, I don't suppose it's anything we need to be worrying about for now, but...
Really?
Well, we weren't the ones that was engulfed by that sort of thing.
Crime bug.
I mean,
think
yeah, that
Malius,
is disturbing. That is confusing. That is,
You're probably
there are a lot of questions here.
You're hearing like panic from Dretch.
Alice, you're probably the only one who would think of this, so make an intelligence check, please.
Yep. Natural 20.
Natural 20. It does occur to you that the only witnesses that, well, the only, debatable about the Assassin's Guild, but definitely the only witnesses with reliable evidence were the photography imps.
They're definitely dead.
They're gone.
Yep.
So
I wouldn't think of it. Dretch is worried they've done a crime. That's what's happening.
Okay, alright. Now.
Crime bug.
Yeah. That wasn't something that you personally were responsible for.
Was?
Well, anyway.
Mime what I did. I pretend to get a bug out of the bag. Oh, bug! Dretch!
Now, do you pretend
one's
that
actually
you
a good
actually
bug.
get a bug out?
I was pretending. I get momentarily distracted. Oh, good bug. I eat it.
it's crunchy and spicy.
Ah, spicy.
Right, well,
Crime!
for now, I don't think it's a very good idea for you to talk about that. As far as we know, the only people who were a witness to that are now, as you
Soup?
quite rightly put it out, soup.
Dretch.
Let's just
It's like
rely on
1,000-yard guilt stare.
Oh, come on. They were people who were either going to kill us or rat on us.
Imps?
As I say, they were either going to kill us or rat on us.
Job?
Well, if the assassins hadn't killed us, then those imps would have reported to the people who would have made us soup.
Dead imps.
Yeah, probably best not to think about that either. But look,
Thinking.
you just focus on the flying, and I'll try and figure out a way of smoothing all this over.
Flying.
You spend You spend like a good half hour making your way slowly down to.
I eat a lot of
portion.
endless ginger biscuit.
Just like snacking on ginger biscuit as you slowly.
Yeah, you know what? I
make your
think
way
that ginger
down.
biscuits might be a safer dietary choice for a while.
Nah, bugs. Weird bug.
Well, we don't know if there are any more of them in there.
Check.
Alright.
And
Can we see Frug?
yeah, so we say it takes you a little while to find the front, but you're able to meet up and find and catch a mercifully. I'm going to say it takes you like another hour to get down to another train station before you are able to successfully take the train down into the lower city.
Malius is going to have redisguised themselves as whatever the hell equivalent of Normie McNormalson is.
Yeah,
John Smith. Yeah.
You're basically just like your bog standard horned devil, and you begin to make your way further down. I just want to say that the prompt for that from I picked the wrong table for
Yeah, by table fables, you'll.
from Table Fables and decided to go with it. Because I gave you the prompt, a black stag rises out of the water and looks at you.
I mean, yes, and
That's
mate,
impressive.
well done.
Loving it.
Okay. Right, and let's pick up from there. You're able to get to any part of the lower city you want to, and after... so you can decide where you get off the train. Interestingly, as the train descends lower and lower into the city, the shiny paint starts to flake off.
Yeah.
And it acquires its more run-down, miserable sort of appearance. And its mood actually sours as well. And it becomes closer and closer to the "come on" attitude that you got from the train when you caught it in your section of the city. You could ride this all the way back to your offices, or if there's any way you want to visit, you can get off at any suitable stop.
I think we need to talk through what we've got before we can decide if we need to talk to people.
Let's see.
Either of you feel that escalated rather quickly.
Yes.
No, the lifts were very slow.
Crime.
Alright, let's, I
Dude.
mean, I'd be tempted to go back to the office, but I feel like that's the first place anyone's going to
Oh,
look for
right,
us.
assassins, yes.
I'm going to roll a check.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, you're actually in luck. After the debacle that you caused, the train is actually a little less busy than usual. You are able, especially in the first class area, actually, which you wouldn't normally be able to get into due to being packed. But there is, but it is quite enough that you can slip into one of those like interstitial bits between carriages, like the little connecting tunnel bits, and have a quiet conversation there on your way down.
I will change my disguise again to look like one of the train conductors, so we're not bothered.
Okay.
Alright,
Who
so...
killed?
Right, what do we know? Fuck.
Well, we're pretty sure, I think, that, Tabal's that guy, but,
And if he's not, I kind of want to make it him anyway.
That shiny.
yeah, I mean, there's a fair amount of evidence. I think, though, we're gonna need, Rake to testify, if possible. Because they're the only, person who has, direct knowledge that that's a thing that can happen, and probably did.
Essence.
Also, I can only assume that those wise guys they sent after us were to do us in before we could properly tell anyone.
Tabal money.
Well, yeah, he's certainly not sure of that.
The other one, the in love one, was going to run away. You think that's
Mats.
the motivation.
Yeah, probably. There's,
Gotta do it before they run away.
Alright, so they had a time scale they had to stick to. It wasn't gonna be simple as just waiting for the disallowment of the feud.
Because
to
they'd be
end.
gone. Far too late.
So we have motive, we have means. If we have Rake's testimony, we may be able to destroy any possible alibis.
Cup.
What?
Cat's cup. Tabal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Evidence.
Yes.
Do we still have that cup?
Did you take that cup?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I have no idea.
Well, it was in the
It was
the drinks cabinet.
in the
wasn't
drinks
it?
cabinet. I can't remember whether you opened the drinks cabinet or not.
Well, you had to have
definitely-
taken
we-
it out to
yeah.
have examined it, right?
You
But I
did.
don't know if we held on to it.
I mean, I'm going to go. I know that 2 weeks since, Tabal was in the. I was hoping you might have added it to your inventory.
I can't remember.
I don't.
Tabal was in the bathrooms. You certainly had the opportunity to take it.
Oh, wait, that one. I thought. I mean, probably. I was
Or do you
I
mean,
mean,
the, or do
you-
you mean the one
at the crime scene.
at the
one.
crime scene one? Oh,
No, I meant the one with the Macats like
Essence.
spit on it. Yeah.
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 You got close enough to.
I mean, you literally went a nicking, didn't you? Or am I
Yeah, I
going
think
mad?
you did go nicking. So Malius, you may.
Probably.
Yeah.
You may well
Not
help.
Malius. Frug went a nicking.
But I did that in the bathroom.
Oh right, okay.
Because I went to peer in and what was being looked at behind.
Yeah, because meanwhile
The
we
secret
were
door.
in the main living space looking at the drinks cabinet, and that was.
And then you smashed everything.
You smashed everything trying to get it, so I think you got it because
Yep.
everything fell over.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So fine.
I was with the Dretches.
I'm gonna say that you have it because of the fuck up smashing everything.
Yeah.
We made enough mess that
You made
you
enough
think
mess
we
that
have
I'm
it.
willing
Yeah.
to believe you got it because I did not note down whether you collected that particular piece of evidence or not.
Well, we certainly had the opportunity to examine it, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
So you have. Let's say then that you have that. You have the glass with Malice's essence on it. Not Malice's.
Evidence.
with
God,
the cat's
yes,
essence.
with our lives.
I mean, what does that one prove, though? That Macats was...
There.
But that... What does that mean?
Huh?
Well, it means that he had the ability to transform into into someone else, presumably with the essence. So, and we also know that he's the kind of archdevil that has the ability to lie even to the truth speakers.
Yeah, the victim's essence being in his office just means the victim visited. It doesn't prove much.
All right. Well, we got to establish whether or not the victim has, in the time scale of this crime, been anywhere near there. I can't imagine he would have been. There's no reason for it.
Janet. Argument.
Could have been. But that
No,
was
Janet
like the closest
Door.
he got. Yeah.
Matt's cat's argument. Saw.
Ah.
Yes.
Said.
That was like the day before, wasn't it?
Helps.
But doesn't really link them to this cup. Or...
Yeah.
And also, we don't think they were... Wait, who was arguing? Cats and...
Macats and Ramats were arguing with Jabalit and Tabal.
Yeah.
As far as you know. Those were the people that were identified by Balthazar, the gargoyle.
Yep.
Jib angry.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
Angry to Ball.
Won't help any more than she did, though.
No, she's got to think about the scandal for the family if she's implicated. That's why there was all that lawyering before actually speaking to us.
And
Sad.
if what's his name's the arsehole's implicated, that's even a problem. Even
Yeah.
though he probably did it.
Well, if she didn't have anything to do with it, she has plausible deniability. I don't suppose it's going to be any particular bad reflection on her specifically.
Nah, but it would be on the family if they find out they broke the treaty, which they definitely did. She won't help us.
All right.
What's the succubus called? Or incubus, depending on.
Rake is
Rake.
the Greek
Yeah.
succubus.
Rake contract.
might help.
Yeah, we're gonna have to speak to Rake, I think, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Do you want to head to the sticks? There?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know that we've got any evidence otherwise.
So, in the interest of time, you make your way back down to the lower city, past the gloomy archers and to the sticks. During the daytime, it's much less. There's much less of the trendy excitement that you'd, of the night. The music, the very much thunderous rock music is not playing.
I keep the disguise so Rhodey doesn't recognize me.
Okay.
Fair.
Rhodey
You're the worst.
Rhodey is on the door and does not recognise you, in fact. So the chain devil does see...
How long does it take us to get there?
I'm going to say that it takes enough time for you all to get a short rest on the train.
Yes!
Hey!
Celebrates in Warlock.
So you are able... so you make your way there kind of in the middle of... late morning at this point, approaching midday. During the day, it's kind of daytime nightclub. There's not a lot going on. People aren't really there for the most part, but there is still security on the outside. And Rhodey does raise several of her chains. Hold on! She squints.
Hello.
You were dressed as Ramats last time. Sorry, as Macats last time.
That ain't gonna work now. Too many people.
So
He's dead.
you don't look different. Malius looks different. So she squints at Dretch. Do I know you?
No.
Then what
It's
the
a
fuck
Dretch.
are you doing here? What do you want?
We're friends of Rake.
Looking.
Roll a deception check.
I mean, that is literally why we're here, to speak to Rake, but...
No, yeah, but you're not friends.
No, true.
That's a 19.
Oh!
Friends.
Worried about Rake's health.
Oh, well. I can see why, but she's just had some lovely R&R up at those flower gardens.
All right for some.
Visit.
Oh, no. You know, those who can afford it. I got stood up last night.
Oh.
No. By who?
Just by my boyfriend.
What a bastard.
Oh no, if I see him again, I swear I'm gonna put my rakes right into him. She flexes
I'll
several
do it
spiked
for you.
chains.
Bad
What
boyfriend.
a prick. Terrible person.
Just can't. Oh no, but he's such a bad boy.
Malius is basically the nervous monkey gif right now.
So looks over at disguised Malius. Mind you, what are you doing later, sugar?
Sugar.
I'm afraid I have to work tonight. It's going to be a long double shift
Corzin.
on the trains.
Oh, I want to work on the trains at the moment. Been also, I heard I've been hearing from there was an attack in the uptown.
I
Crime.
am not at liberty to discuss whether or not there has or hasn't been any kind of activity of that nature.
Yeah,
I'm terribly
definitely
sorry.
not a giant deer thing with horrible eyes, water everywhere, tentacles too.
Oh, spill
None of
the
that.
beans.
Bad bugs.
Beans.
I'm afraid
Bad
I'm
bugs.
contractually obliged not to. Fuck is this accent?
It's like really garbled Corzin. It's really interesting.
Oh, all right. Rhodey. She cracks the door open. You got some visitors!
She's rowdy, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's like, there's a brief moment where another demon goes, Roddy. More Roddy. Oh, yeah! Who are you here to see?
Rake?
Right.
Rake, you got some visitors! Okay, I think they're in the back. She opens the door.
You get telegraphed into your head. Hey,
You, there is the you enter the empty, well, not almost empty, Styx nightclub with the lights dim and, well, dimmer. Actually, no, with the lights up, because that's what it is when a nightclub is during the daytime in a nightclub. They just got the full lights on, the house lights on. There's no music. There's no flashing lights or anything. It just kind of looks like a bit of a stark warehouse, like a stark empty space where various Laras are just moving around with mops, cleaning up the various spilled drinks, blood, and other bodily fluids of the previous night.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the floor sticky?
Sticky.
Okay, says one of the Laras as they keep mopping.
I'm gonna lick the floor and see what it tastes
You're
of.
licking a nightclub floor? Fucking
I'm immune to poison.
Godspeed, man.
You're immune to poison. You still regret that decision. It's a veritable charivari of scents and flavours.
Oh god.
You're licking a sex club floor.
Yes,
It's not
I am.
just a club.
This
Intelligence of sin.
it was
And just as importantly, wisdom of sin.
Even
need
Dretch
disease.
knows not to lick the floor.
as well. Are you immune to disease as well?
No.
STD.
So I'm gonna
Roll
pick
con
up some
save,
fun
please.
stuff.
Get chlamydia off the floor.
That is a 14.
As far as you know, you're fine.
There has
Yay.
got to be an easier way of doing that.
Although, just roll a perception check for me. I guess with advantage because you've licked the floor.
11, so 12.
There is. You can't not sure what, but there is a slightly familiar taste.
There's something familiar about the floor taste. Dretch?
Really?
Dretch!
Ah. I lean slowly over, making distressed eye contact with you. I put my tongue on the floor. Looking sad. It's a sad tongue.
So first of all, roll a con save.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I do own some con in this character. 24.
Okay, you resist whatever you could have
It
gotten.
was just whatever's happened to Frug. Yeah.
But give me a perception check with advantage, please.
One of them's a 1, so I'm glad I had advantage. This is 17.
It's very, very faint. And regrettably, as you realise, it's not on the floor. It's just in the air. But it's so faint that if you weren't just
the
like
floor for nothing.
looking for stuff, you wouldn't have noticed it. There is somewhere on the air that hint of cat and steel and cunning that is Makatz's essence.
Cat smell.
Very faint. You're not sure where from. It's not the floor. It's not just like a bit of Makat's on the floor. But now that there's
Is my cat's definitely dead?
there's just a
I've been
hint of
thinking this for a
essence.
while.
It looked pretty dead when we examined the body.
A body was very dead.
Wait, I asked this ages ago, and Jason said it was really hard to fake a dead body.
Certain it's that was Mikatz's body. Like, it's pretty hard to fake being that.
But
distraught.
is it possible?
Like, with enough magic, anything might be possible. But but that's like at the level of Duke Mephisto would have had to do something level. At which point you possibly just wouldn't have been asked to do the investigation.
Can I try and follow the smell?
I need a survival check, please.
Okay.
This is tracking. But you do have the scent.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, you can assist. So, like,
Okay.
For the moment, and then see. So give it roll with advantage.
Cool.
13.
Towards the back, somewhere,
Back.
kind of the
Back.
upper levels.
Up.
It's actually,
Off we go.
as you can see that there's the multiple tiered levels going up, and indeed up at the top, you do see a kind of a different figure to previously. This a green-skinned, striking-looking demon man with a shock of kind of yellowish hair in curls that go back behind two swept-back horns. And he's got kind of like a slightly archaic, ruffled jacket set up on at the moment. But there is something about the cast of the face that you recognise as being similar to the succubus you met the previous night. And Brody looks down.
Rake.
Sorry, fuck. I see. I get two people with the same first letter, and I'm messing up. Rake looks down. Someone wanted me.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Dretch.
You again.
Yeah, we would like a few words, please.
Okay, well, I'm not on the clock yet, so I'm coming up.
We won't take up much of your time, I assure you.
Please don't. I have a client in less than an hour. And the boss wouldn't appreciate me chit-chatting too much. They're not in
Understood.
at the moment. And he glances around. Is there anything? Did you have any further questions? You had further questions.
Cat smell.
Yeah.
Cat.
Why?
He blinks for a moment. I'm sorry, I don't think I understand.
Help. I look at the other two.
Let's go somewhere a little more quiet and private before we have this conversation.
Oh, I thought we did. I'm sorry.
You're up in a secluded portion of the
Okay,
nightclub.
yes.
It's basically just Lara's sweeping the floors down.
So,
Okay. I trust no one.
That may be a wise choice, but but it's as secluded as Rake is willing to get.
Fair enough.
with regards to, Macats, what exactly was the nature of your association?
I didn't deal with Macats. I was on contract to the Callisti, most commonly. I saw him a few times in the club, but he wasn't one of my clients directly.
What about I can't read my writing.
Jabala?
Right.
Jabala.
Jabala. So I believe I've seen her on my way to entertain her brother.
And her brother, that's the one that's more interesting. We need to know a bit more about what happened.
Of course. Anything to help.
Now, our investigation may hinge on this, so you gotta be as open as you can with us. Do you recognize this? And he takes out the drinking vessel.
It looks like a glass.
Alright, but specifically, the last thing that was contained within this was essence.
As in, someone drank essence out of it.
Yes.
Well, as someone who's drained a little essence, I usually prefer to take it from the source.
Is that necessarily what it meant, that the essence had been
No,
drunk out of it?
yeah.
I thought it just meant
I
that
thought it was just one
my
he drank
cats
from.
had been drinking from the glass.
That is not necessary. So I need you to roll your... Everyone can do this.
Yeah.
Your choice of Arcana or Insight.
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 Oh, I do actually have a plus in insight.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
13.
9.
Okay. Did anyone roll Arcana or was it all Insight?
Insight, yeah.
Insight.
Okay.
And you don't have reliable talent at that level, do you, Samothy?
No, not quite.
No.
Cool.
Bugger.
Okay. So the essence, you haven't had an opportunity to really check whether the essence, the essence on that glass is Makatz's like death essence or just like a trace from drinking from it. And you didn't say that the essence was drunk from this glass. Dretch, it occurs to you that Rake seems to have assumed that or be making that statement.
You drink?
It's considered. Sometimes, with clients, there's a bit of a game to draining a little essence and putting it back. We're not really allowed to keep it. That's how I ended up losing a little myself. So he winces.
So does he smell like my cat?
Now that you're up here, roll another perception check.
I get advantage on perception for hearing. It's a pain in the ass. No. That's really
I mean, I want to lick so badly, and I just mustn't.
I mean, if anyone else wants to do any other checks, you can.
I need help. That's an 8.
You don't. Yeah, it can be perception. It can be if you want to try and smell. It can be any other checks you want to do.
I mean, my temptation now is just to cast suggestion.
I mean, if you want to try it, you can.
In the meantime, I'm going
Feels
to
like it's a
ask
bad
a question,
idea.
which is, in theory, though, if someone were to keep it, how much essence would you say you would need in order to take on their form, even temporarily?
It's actually quite difficult to mimic someone's form whole identically as a shape changer. You can do the visual illusion that that a lot of people do with magic hats and so on, but it's really fully assuming someone else's form is usually more of an archdevil thing. You might be able to brew up a potion if you had enough of it, but if you had enough of someone else's essence, but it doesn't tend to keep that long. You need to consume it fresh.
Is he thinking anything interesting?
Roll a wisdom check to try and bypass his defenses.
Okay. Natural 20.
Yes!
Woo!
Okay. So, the first thing, you just catch one stray thought. His defenses are up and he's thinking, but as he's saying, how you need to get to drink essence while it's fresh. You catch the tail end of a thought before it just goes up by his defences of, which is why if you're going to move it, you've got a limited time window. You, it says, essence doesn't tend to persist long from, essence just from sweat or blood or a little bit of shed blood doesn't tend to persist long. You need proper death essence from someone to last for a really long time. Or, which is why if you're going to drink someone's essence, you want to do it fresh.
Why?
It
Why drink?
vaporizes, becomes part of... Oh, why drink? It's satisfying,
Fun?
energizing. I understand that out in the wilds, he kind of gestures his head as if to indicate outside the city. Incubi like myself, who don't follow the rule of law, will just consume people utterly. For kicks, but it's a way of gaining... If you consume something from the strongest, there's a chance you might be able to make yourself stronger. But usually it's just for kicks. It's actually draining someone to the point of destruction, so I'm told, is exhilarating.
I've got a suggestion.
There is.
As I cast suggestion, just to see
Okay.
if that
Can I
is
use
gonna work, but it's
bolstering
worth a try.
magic?
You can use bolstering magic on this. You can add a d3.
It's to an attack or an ability. I don't think I can do like.
So it'd be
Yeah. Never mind.
reducing from theirs. If you can think of anything that would give any way to help or try and distract her, perhaps.
I mean, I was thinking it. I was him. I was
sorry.
thinking about licking him.
If you want to use that as an opportunity to try and just
poison
lick
do?
him.
to throw him off. Yeah.
Okay.
What does poison do? Does that affect saves? Or is it just attack rolls and ability check?
I think it's just attack rolls.
Yeah, I think it's attacks and abilities.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll lick
Shame.
him.
Yeah, okay, you...
Ah.
Ah!
Does he taste like the
please
cat?
excuse my colleague.
He does not taste like the cats. He tastes like the same essence that Frug came... well, it's the same essence that you smelt on him the previous night when he was in a female form.
I'm confused.
But you can definitely still taste just that little hint of the cats. It's somewhere around here, but it's not on him. However, I rolled with disadvantage. It's still well above 14 on this. But you make the suggestion regardless.
Why don't you just tell us everything honestly? Because there's something going wrong here.
And if you're honest with us, if this is something that is potentially troublesome, we're the kind of people who can swing things in people's favor.
No soup.
Because there's a lot of assassins now involved in this whole thing, and I have a horrible feeling you're a loose end that needs tying up.
Yeah.
They're coming after us, and we're incompetent.
If they came for us, they're probably gonna come for you.
He narrows his eyes. I think this concludes our conversation.
I'm gonna lick some other things.
Just like the table.
Just licking things in the background.
Right.
Find out where it's coming from.
Roll an investigation check. He is sort of looking at you do this unless the others, as you start licking things. What does the Dretch do?
The Dretch.
15.
This is a good question.
Bugs.
Detective.
Just looking for bugs, and I'm betting this place is crawling with them.
He kind of winces a little. I just roll a deception check. I just want to see how convincing you are.
17.
It's
Myself
enough
as
to
well?
draw his attention. Sorry, what did you say, Malius?
No, I was just clarifying if it was me as well, but no, it's fine.
No. So, Dretch, you start licking the walls and so on as Ray goes. I highly doubt there would be any bugs in here.
Bugs.
The Laras
Rocks.
Okay. It's mostly nothing. One of the walls, you get again that hint. There's something about one of the mirrored walls up here.
Oh, I want to break the mirror so badly. I don't know that it's the mirrored wall yet, but my instinct's just to smash it.
Is there any anything weird about the mirrored wall? Like, is there an opening? Like,
As far as you can, 15 gets you enough to know that they're you can definitely tell that there is some sort of taste in the air from this mirrored wall on one end that's just behind this top sort of viewing gallery area. But at this point, Ray gets up. I'm going to ask you to leave now, or am I going to need to get Rhodey to escort you out?
There's no need for that. There's no need.
That will not be necessary, but think of
That's
what
a
was said.
lovely mirrored wall you've got.
Is it obvious that Dretch is
Yeah, Dretch is licking the wall. But you got an expression.
you get
how stupid should I be?
yeah, you get a little telegraph in your head. Taste cats.
Malius, can you see if you can get that mirror? I think I've got some sort of... I feel like I've
you
got some sort
literally
of
have
mental
telepathy.
thought.
Yeah, I do, don't I? Somewhere. Oh, where's my telepathy? I'm sure.
No, you just have telepathy. You keep forgetting you have it.
Yeah.
But you can actually just talk. You actually
You can
just have
do that,
telepathy.
yeah.
Like, I'm the only one who doesn't, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because both of you do.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to talk to Malius.
Malius, can you try and get that? I think there might be something behind that mirror. Can you try and find a way of opening it properly? Because otherwise I'm just going to break it.
Right, sure. Can I do an investigation check on this mirror?
You could, but Rake is currently standing and looking at you expectantly, waiting for you to leave. So,
alright.
what do you want to do about that?
I would like to make the sound of something smashing downstairs with minor illusion. To try and distract Rake for just long enough for Malius to go do that.
Roll a performance check.
Okay.
Performance 17.
There is a sound, and it does actually draw. Rake does immediately flick his head in the direction of what's going on.
Oh no, our other Dretch that we left downstairs.
And you see him turn a hand, and a sort of short sword-length blade slides out of his sleeve. While he is distracted, though, make an investigation check.
Bolstering magic. Have a D3.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it. D3. Right, yep. Okay. Total, that is 14.
I mean, can somebody help?
You're there, so yeah, you can
Help.
just aid as well. So you
In
just
which case then I've got advantage?
yeah, because Dretch is absolutely.
I mean, I'm
profound.
literally licking the wall.
Right,
Can
okay.
I
I will roll
help?
that again then. Okay, that's much better. That is a 26.
Okay, you kind of peer, and you see where Dretch's tongue is currently pointing. Reach up, and on an instinct, you feel there's a switch just hidden on top of the mirror. The mirrored wall. Not quite high, and slightly too high for Dretch's tongue to reach. Which is why they haven't triggered it themselves. But you can just reach up and flick that if you so wish.
Just, stretch, click.
The mirror slightly goes ajar. You can see there's just a crack that appears into some sort of passageway beyond.
Quick, go in.
Okay, I need a stealth check from you to slide into this mirror while they are in the handful of seconds that Rake is distracted walking downstairs.
Oh, that's not bad actually. 18.
Okay. Dretch, you just slide it open and inside. Malius, are you going in as well?
Yes, although I'm going to use a bonus action to hide. Just straight up hide on the other side of the mirror.
Okay, you slide in as well. Roll your stealth check, please.
Okay. Oh, great. That's an 8.
The door, you slide it open, and as you slide it closed, there is a ting sound. Frug, you see them slide the mirror door open, slide in, ding, as they close it. Rake turns around, and it's kind of hard to disguise the fact that you're both missing. I feel like I've got.
Oh, they've teleported again.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage.
Oh, that's a whole 8.
Yeah. Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna ask you all to roll initiative, and I'll describe what's on the inside and what you can see. A moment in a moment.
8.
I've rolled so many 2s tonight.
16.
So many 2s. That's 2. My third of the night.
Okay, so 8 from Malius, 2 from Frug, 16 from Dretch. Let's see what Rake rolls. Okay. Guess I'm getting the succubus stats up. Okay, so you find Dretch and Malius. On the other side, you find a small, but actually not that small, like a 20-foot, broadly 20-foot wide space that is quite cozy in its own way. It's built for someone who doesn't usually use legs getting around, so there's not much in the way of steps, but there is a short passageway that leads to almost like a pile of cushions, around which there are numerous small panels and little drawers and the like that are in there. And upon which there are numerous things, a whole panoply of items, jewellery, gemstones, quite a few weapons as well. And in one corner, I'm going to say, Dretch, with your passive perception, you just spot this immediately. And obviously with your passive investigation, you see this immediately as well, Malius. There is almost like a little pigeonhole type arrangement, like one of those shells which just has lots of little holes in it, with dozens of tiny glass bottles filled with different little, often silvery, many often different coloured liquids, sometimes more gaseous than others, sometimes solid liquids, that, as far as you can tell, do appear to be tiny bottles of essence. Yeah, Dretch, the Macat smell is definitely coming from here now.
Can I get the Macats one? That's what I want to try and do with my turn.
You are up first. So, there are at least 20 bottles, probably more, that you can see, but you do know the smell of the cats, so I'm going to give you advantage in your perception check to get the right one.
Okay. Yeah. so useless today. That's a 9.
Okay. I'm going to say you're able to narrow it down to a shelf of 6, scrambling up and using your action to to figure out which shelf it is. But there are 6 different bottles.
How many can I put in my bag on my turn?
Roll a d6. That's how many you can just grab with one hand.
4.
Okay. You currently have a 4 out of 6 chance of having grabbed the right one.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I'm going to say it took your movement to get there. You kind of used your action to study and then grab.
Mm-hmm. Telegraph psychic message. This row.
Okay.
I think that's my turn.
Yes, and that is your turn. Okay, so that makes it Rake.
Uh-oh.
Rake kind of cracks his neck. Okay, and says to you, Malius. Not Malius, can't see you. Frug.
No.
I'm afraid I'm going to need your assistance in performing a citizen's arrest.
Never!
No, before you can say that, he turns his eyes to you and they flare with a twinkling
What was the
green
save?
light. Wisdom, please.
Oh no. Oh, it's a natural 20.
Yay!
Which is actually a 21. I actually have a plus because I'm proficient.
You kind of almost feel yourself falling under his thrall, but you are just a little bit too hopped up at the moment, and you actually get out your never.
Bloody hell, I didn't expect that to work.
Okay, you call out never, at which point Rake, seeing that spell, calls out, "Intruders, subdue them!" And the Lares down below turn, raising their mops as a small horde of cleaning staff begin lurching their way up. And more importantly, Rhodey is on the outside is now actually alerted.
Oh no.
Okay. That brings us to what else can he do? I mean, what else he can do is pull open the door and block the way out with his body to the secret hiding place. And be ready to get yours. Okay, that brings us to Malius.
Okay, Malius, if the row has been indicated, there's only 2 left, so I'm going to grab those quickly. Is that my full action? Or just a...
Roll a d6.
D6, okay.
If you roll a 1, you're going to get one of these.
3.
Okay, I'm going to say that you grab 2 of them as your bonus action. So you've
Right, well, there are only 2
Yeah,
left.
there are only 2 left, so...
Great, fine. Okie dokie.
If it was a 2, it'd be your whole action. If it was a 1, you only got 1.
Then, for my main action, with the door open now, can I see past Rake to the staircase where the rest of the staff are coming up?
Yes. I mean, you can just see the first of the Laras starting to clamber up the stairs because of the angle of things.
Okay, I'm gonna take out the vial which contains the dust of sneezing and throw it overarm, attempting to smash it on the stairs, puffing up everything.
Okay.
So that anyone who comes up the stairs has to walk through a cloud of it.
There is as the dust smashes, and the ghost sort of like translucent janitorial staff go. Sneezing, coughing, sputtering in a very sort of slow and miserable way. So remind me, the dust of sneezing and...
Oh, that's a con save DC 15.
Yeah, or incapacitated and suffocate. Honestly, the Lara's...
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's probably enough to do the swarm of semi-mindless demons. They are just caught in a fit of coughing and sneezing. However, the way out is, as far as you can tell, the only way out is still blocked by Rake.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say to Rake, you should have listened. Now we got ourselves a problem, haven't we?
I'll say, you're going to hand over those vials and come with us. Frug.
Oh boy.
The vials are spread across 2 people, aren't they?
Yep.
Oh. I can get 1 person out, but that might be a terrible idea. Ooh. How convincing would that be?
Alright, I'm just going to roll for who has the real vial.
Oh no.
Cool.
I have
This is
1
gonna be
spell
another D6.
slot. What the hell with warlocks? Fuck it, let's try a thing and waste the spell on something entirely else, because there's no point getting 1 person out. I am going to cast Major Image downstairs and have it be Macats shouting for Rake to come and face them.
Okay, describe how you make Macats appear.
In a puff of green smoke.
Okay. Like a mountebank. Before
Yep, exactly like that. And there's like a weird smell of eggs.
The deceased...
Because Frog's not very good at dramatic.
The deceased form of, as he was in life, or half missing essence and hollowed out.
Like nearly dead, just hanging on.
Okay, hanging on by a thread. Macats emerges into existence and bellows out in what you fondly imagine to be his voice, because you never heard him speak. Rake, come and fish. Sorry, probably since I've established everyone else is northern from that family. Be Rake, come and face me. No idea if that's actually how I spec.
Wow.
But roll a deception check.
Oh no. So I've rolled an 11. Can I add my D4 for failing? I've got 1 more of these. Have I failed?
Yeah.
Let's add that D4 and see if it makes any difference. That's a whole extra 3, so it's a 14.
It's enough to get Rake to turn around, but he doesn't look to be buying it. He just sort of...
Whoa.
He looks at the thing and then looks at you with an expression of really? Really?
That was worth a try.
Okay, so you're currently between a cloud of smoking sneezing gas, sneezing dust, and a bunch of Laras falling over themselves. Rake and the hidden doorway that your friends are behind.
I have a bonus action. Hello. I'm gonna go stand next to Rake and activate my cloak of flies.
Oh yeah, you saw
Nice.
that.
I'm trying to think where I keep the flies, but I literally only wear trousers, so I guess they come out of my trousers.
So you're Do you like shape your trouser legs? Do you like unzip some, unbutton some flies, and flies emerge from your flies? Is that how this works?
I mean, that's so grim. I want the pun, but it's too grim. I think I just hold open a pocket.
Okay, so just spill out
An
your pockets.
unreasonable amount of flies come out.
Remind me of the effects of that.
3 poison to anyone within 5 feet at the beginning of their turn.
Okay.
But I've got advantage on intimidation. Which ain't really Frog style.
Okay, with a series of... with a blistering buzz, a chorus of bad bugs emerge and start swirling around you. That brings us to the end of the round. Top of the round is Rhodey, who rolled an 18. The door swings open, and Malius's maybe ex, she doesn't seem to think so, literally swings onto the scene as she brings her arms up, and her chains shoot out, grab hold of the support beams, and she uses it to swing herself up into the air over the cloud of sneezing and coughing Laras and onto the upper platform. All right, it's Rhodey time.
I hate that.
Oh no.
And yeah, that. I think she's just going to attack the person she can see, which is Frog.
Oh.
It's time to get attacked by a chain devil, but not very effectively. I think the highest of those. What does a 12 hit your AC?
No.
Okay, in a wild frenzy of hooks and chains, she tries to slash at you, but she kind of used most of her momentum getting up here, so she just smashes chains through some of the nice furniture instead, destroys the upholstery with hooked metal. Rake gives her a withering look. Dretch.
Are there any other ways out? There aren't, are there?
There are no immediately obvious ways out, but the room is broadly octagonal with kind of panels on every side where there aren't just shelving units.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I'm not clever enough to find a way out on...
But you are big and strong. It's just a person blocking the door.
Yeah, that's what I was... that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to just try and bull rush.
I would like to rage.
Okay.
Now I have to roll something.
You do, it's a D8, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I do.
I think you wrote them on the back,
Wild
actually.
magic.
Did do that, yes. I think. Did I?
I'll find the rule.
We've got loads of rocks and sticks and bugs. But
It's okay, I'll just get the
no wild
Barbarian
magic.
Wild magic table.
I rolled a 1.
A 1. Okay, so as you to describe how your rage begins.
It just goes. Leaving. Swells a bit.
Okay, every creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you, which presumably is just Rhodey and Rake, need to make a con save.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm going to say that Rhodey makes that, but Rake doesn't. And they... can you roll 1d12, please?
12. Excellent. 2.
Okay, well, Rake takes 2 points of necrotic damage, but you can roll a d12 again. And add that plus your barbarian level as temporary hit points.
That is... I can't do maths. 11.
Okay, you get 11
Not
temporary
11. What level are we?
points. I think
7.
your base
7?
level is 7
7.
underneath it.
So 14.
Yes.
Okay, I already have 4 temporary hit points.
They overlap, so it just becomes 14. Also, you probably would have lost those in your short rest.
Oh, true, yeah.
So you just get 14. Okay, you are a rager.
I would like to hit Rake in the face with my big stick.
Okay, you take out your
It's
big
a stick with a rock on the end.
roll an attack.
It's good stick.
Yeah, it's a good stick. There's just this sort of noise coming from Get's like. That's the angry little monster sound. It's a 16. Oh, no, I get a little bit more because I'm raging, don't I? No, I don't.
No,
No,
16
it's on the
is
damage, yeah.
16 is enough to hit.
Excellent.
Rake tries to duck out of the way, but you manage to catch him with the huge rock on a stick.
Okay. So that is 7 damage plus rage damage. 9 damage.
Okay, 9 damage. You smack him across the jaw. There's just like a little cut, it leaves it splits his lip, and you get a little bit of blood, which evaporates into demonic essence, leaving his mouth. Now you're going to regret that.
No, bite!
Okay.
Not going to regret it. I've decided 18.
Alright, 18, that hits. Damage.
There's many damage. Okay, so 5 plus 9, 11.
11.
4 of which is acid, I don't know if that makes any difference.
It doesn't make a difference.
I didn't think so, but yeah.
Okay, so do 11 damage total. Got it. As you having smacked him in the face, you then bite into his leg. Ah! And you do get a taste of some sweet, sweet incubus essence. It's a bit of a rush, actually. Okay, that is your go.
Can I move?
You kind of had to move up to Rake. Rake is
Okay.
currently still blocking the way out of
Can
this.
I hold on to the leg? His leg.
In this, Rake is gender fluid. I will accept any pronouns for the situation. So, yeah, I'm going to say that you bite on, but you haven't declared it as like a grapple, so you bite, but he pulls away, and as he pulls his leg out the way, it leaves ricks appropriately through his flesh. Okay, that brings us to Rake, actually. Who, let's see, under the circumstances, is going to... Okay, you are raging, so instead he's going to look at Malius, and again there's those lambent green eyes. There's no need for us to fight. Right, we can talk this through reasonably. Just help me subdue your companions. Wisdom save, please.
Oh, Rake takes 3 poison damage.
Yes. As he does, as a series of flies bite and strike him. He's swatting flies as this is happening, but he's got some good composure to him.
That is a natural 1 for a total of 0.
You are
I love us.
charmed
We suck.
and under
We are the
a
worst.
telepathic compulsion to subdue your friends.
Right, okay.
So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is.
Because you're next, and behind Dretch.
Right, okay. I am going to attempt to grab Dretch from behind and say, hey, Dretch, we can talk this through. It's all right.
What?
This doesn't need to end violently.
Bite.
I'm
Definitely
going to
bite.
attempt to
Did say
grapple
attempt to
Dretch.
grab Dretch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Dretch is raging right now.
yeah. So I'm going to attempt to grapple you, but this is going to probably go poorly.
Oh yeah, so make an athletics check, and Dretch make an athletics check to resist.
I have advantage on strength,
because you're raging.
Oh, you are shitting. Right, now I roll really well. Okay, right. That's a 14.
That's not enough. That's a 23.
You try and restrain Dretch. Dretch just like flings you aside.
Yeah. Okay.
In their frenzy. Okay, well, you've made an attempt at it. Which brings us to Frug. You are kind of in between Rhodey and Rake at this point. The Laras are basically out of the equation. They're too busy having sneezing fits. There's basically like a Three Stooges routine going on where one of them with a ladder has like got caught two other ones in the rungs of the ladder. So one of them's hitting the other with a bucket and a mop.
Brilliant.
Right, what can I do? I feel like a con save's probably a bad idea, but I'm also in melee. There's only so much I can bloody do here. So I'm gonna cast infestation since I've got flies everywhere.
Okay.
Let's have
Might as
more
well.
flies. I will. So it's a con save from Rake.
Okay. So, that is a failure. So tell me what happens.
The flies get more aggressive and do 2d6 bitey damage.
Okay, roll some damage.
Well, I think it's technically poison, but 7.
Okay, 7 damage. So as the flies bite and start biting and cutting into him, he's starting to look actually quite bloodied. There are rakes through his clothing. There's patches and tears where the essence is starting to stream out and evaporate into the air. He's kind of on the back foot a little, actually.
Is he concentrating on the charm?
Doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to. Damn it.
Succubus. Well, incubus at this particular moment.
I was hoping I can't remember how to break the spell beyond breaking a concentration, so...
Oh well.
Is there a way then, or...?
There potentially is a way, but you'd have to try things, basically.
We haven't got anything.
No, we don't have anything.
Yeah. Your thinker is subdued! Speaking of...
I'm also out of spell slots, so...
Speaking of subduing, Rhodey is gonna try and subdue you, Frog.
Oh
You're
no.
closest.
I'm going to use the thing I've got. Where is
Okay.
it? What the hell is it? I've got a reaction somewhere. There we go. Entropic ward. They get a disadvantage
Okay.
on one.
Every attack?
I think it's
or just with the first one?
When just that first one.
Got
Yeah.
some disadvantage on the first attack. 16.
That hits.
Cool. And I don't know why I rolled twice for the second one because she doesn't have advantage. But the second one was the same number on both. So 13.
13 misses.
Okay. So as you kind of flash up a.
Oh, she takes 3
ward-
poison damage.
She doesn't have to get within 5 feet of you if it makes a difference.
Oh no, she's not.
She's got chains.
Damn. Oh, change, yeah.
Rake did take some poison damage and will next turn though. But one of Rhodey's chains does wrap around your throat and try to break your neck. That is the wrong die for damage. That would be too much damage. So you do take 10 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, I'm a mess.
Indeed, your own essence is starting to leak out and evaporate into the air. It's not looking good. And you're grappled. Okay.
There is no way we can take down a chain deer.
This brings us to Dretch. The Rake is not looking great at this particular moment. But
Like, how not great? Like, do we have any odds?
Um,
Also, are we going to get in trouble if we kill this person?
You could knock them unconscious. You can choose to knock people unconscious.
Cool.
Like you can subdue
Plus,
them.
it's not a full death. We're not completely destroyed.
Also, it's worth noting that there is precedent for self-defense as a legal reason to kill people.
Yeah.
Like how bad?
He is bloodied. Like he's not on death's doorstep, but he's taken certainly more hits than he's comfortable with, and his eyes are starting to dart around.
I mean, I can't think of anything else to do other than just keep hitting him, to be honest.
Okay.
Because there was...
I mean, if we're going to break the charm, killing him seems like a great start.
Yeah. Making him unconscious seems like a good idea, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit him with my big rock on a stick.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, I just dropped that. That was not a roll. I dropped it. That is 7.
Okay. 7.
No, not 7. I rolled an 11 and plus 6, and my brain went 1 and 6, and I said 7. I meant 17.
I adore you.
I will show you this.
Yeah,
there is an 11 on it.
17
I'm
does
not
hit.
lying.
Yes.
I promise you.
I mean,
So
it's
roll
late,
damage.
but it's not that
It's
late.
It's late enough, my darling.
Oh. You've been playing Dretch too long.
That's 12, 15 damage.
15 points of damage. It's not looking good for Rake. Roll your next attack.
Yeah, a little bite.
Bah.
That's a 21.
Hits. Roll damage.
Oh, I love Dretch.
Another 15. Oh, plus a d6. Hang on.
Hey.
18.
Oh fuck.
Nice.
18. Okay, so that takes that up to. You know how I said he wasn't on death's doorstep?
Mhm.
He is now. As your teeth that were sunken just sink deeper and you feel some bones crack. He sinks down to one knee. You smack him clear across the face with the huge stick again. You feel there's a cracking sound, and you just leave almost like a gouge in his face that's sort of evaporating. He is looking bleary, looking on the verge of consciousness. Okay, that's the end of Dretch's attack. Rake.
Oh, can I move?
Yes, he's still blocking the way forwards, and Malius is currently blocking the way back. Although I realised, god damn it, Rake is still within your cloud of fucking flies. Roll the d3.
Yeah. It's just 3 damage.
It's just 3 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the flies finish him off then. You literally took him down to
Down
1 hit point.
I want him to go down his throat. Just fill his
So
face.
just like a swarm of flies go down his throat. And are you being non-lethal? Or...
Yes, I'm going to send a non-lethal cloud of flies down his throat.
I
mean, yes, please, but that is hilarious.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you just took him to the point where he loses consciousness.
Yeah,
not
his
actual
eyes
death.
roll back. He's left struggling on the floor, just he's not really entirely unconscious, but he's incapacitated. He's choking on flies, struggling. He is out of the fight. And I'll say that Dretch, you take the opportunity to just with the end of the stick, and eyes loll all the way back, and he goes out. Malius, your dear friend is unconscious. Oh no! You should. I mean, your last.
Wait.
Yeah.
Does it remain once they're unconscious?
You're charmed, but you're still charmed by them. They're still your good friend. But they haven't given you any new commands, so you're kind of
Right,
free to
okay.
act. But you still consider them a reasonable chap if they could just be made to see reason.
Right. Okay.
Maybe we need to punch Malius.
More urgently, though, Malius, the way
no.
out is now blocked, and your ex is trying to is there with a flailing set of chains. What do you want to do?
Good God, they can't see me. Okay, well, they don't recognize me at least.
Yeah. So this moment she does
That
not
might help
recognize you.
us. I don't know. It might make it worse. It might help.
I mean, it's up to you. How do you want to resolve this?
Well, if I know that she's hostile to me, I am going to use my bonus action to instigate my insightful fighting. Okay. But I'm actually going to use my action to just go over and attempt to pick Rake up and move him out of the combat zone.
Okay.
I'll roll the what was it? Insight check against Rhodey's.
Can you not just like step over Rake?
But Rake's his friend.
Oh right.
Yeah, the idea is I'm trying to get my friend out of harm's way,
Yeah,
but
so
also
you step over and sort of abduct Rake, slinging him over your shoulder.
from a slight meta point of view, we have them and they are not getting away. Right, okay, that is an insight check of 18.
Alright. That probably succeeds. I forget what your ability does.
Okay, it allows me to, if I do succeed on an attack roll against them, I can use my sneak attack for the next minute, regardless of whether or not I have advantage.
Great. Okay. Well, you have secured Rake at least.
Yeah, cunning action then, just gonna like move the extent of my movement away from the combat area.
In which case, you're going to need to try and either make your way through the sneezing cloud down the stairs past the Laras, or jump off the edge of the platform.
Guess I'm jumping.
Do you get in and out of the range of the chain demon?
Do I?
I guess you would, because it's a small platform and Rhodey can like reach all around it with her chains.
I don't want you to get hurt, but I'm trying to think of ways to break this charm.
This is a good point. So yeah, as you try and jump off, Rhodey's going to take an attack of opportunity against you. Also, roll an acrobatics or athletics check to do your jumping, please.
Acrobatics. Okay, that's a 19.
Does an 11 hit you?
An 11 does not.
Okay.
Damn it.
Then you ace the jump, so you don't take any damage from falling,
Yay.
and you don't take any damage from being hit by a chain. You're still jumped.
As the wise man once said to Felicia, bye.
What? Never mind.
You leap off the you leap off the platform onto the dance floor in a kind of impressive move, and just start pegging it for the exit. Okay, that brings us to Frug. Malius has just leapt off and off the platform and away. You're still up here with Dretch, Rhodey, and a bunch of coughing Larrys blocking the stairs.
I'm still restrained.
Oh yeah, you're still grappled.
Shit. I guess I need to try and break that, because it looks like we're leaving. I will try to escape the grapple. Oh dear. Well, I have rolled... It's acrobatics or athletics, isn't it? That's a whole 10.
Okay, you are still caught in Rhodey's chain.
I might be here sometime.
Have I got any bonus actions?
If you want, you could move closer.
I mean, I can cast Hex. But do I... Is that an ability or a spell? What have I got? Oh, I've got it from being Fey Touched. I'll cast Hex on Rhodey, because sod it.
Sure.
Which
The flies start buzzing around her ominously.
And she has disadvantage on athletics checks now.
Could be useful.
Excellent.
Okay, which brings us to Rhodey. Rhodey's just going to divide her attacks then. I don't know why I roll both of those at once. Yeah, okay, so bad news for Frog. You'd...
Oh, Rhodey's touching me. Is Rhodey's poisoned?
That's the point.
Rhodey is poisoned. Good
That's
news.
disadvantage on attacks.
That is really useful. Okay, both of those then. I'm going to play these then. So she tries to get a chain around. She tries to get a chain around. Because she pulls you closer, not trying to throttle you, and then just gets a whiff of your top. Basically, some of the flies just carry a little bit of your toxic presence onto her, and she starts violently throwing up.
Yeah, I have that effect on people.
She tries to smack one of her chains into Dretch, wrap one of the chains around Dretch, but gets them caught on a decorative pillar and can't pull them off. The same thing happens as she's... and similarly, she tries to attack you, but is now overcome by retching and vomiting. She rolled a natural 1 on both of those with disadvantage.
Yeah.
So one of the chains is locked up for the next round, and I'll let you make a free escape attempt if you want. For the other one.
That's a 13.
Does your ability... How does your
I mean,
D3 ability work?
It's an action, so...
Yeah, it's an action. Okay, fair enough. And you have an ability... Do you have an ability that if you fail things...
I do, but I've used all 3 of them. I get 3 a day.
Okay, then for the moment you are still trapped.
Yep.
Okay, but that is the end of Rhodey's go. Dretch, you can see that...
Can I get them out?
Yeah, give me basically an athletics check.
I get advantage because I'm still raging. That is a 25.
Okay, you just grab the chain
Yank 'em.
and pull it off, basically.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Can I grab Frog and go?
Grab Frog, and honestly, you can just leap off the edge and use your little wings to safely
Yeah.
flutter
I mean, I'm
down.
poisoned now, but
Yeah.
probably.
You are also poisoned.
I mean, make this. There's a concept.
Oh,
There is
okay.
a-
There's a concept. Disadvantage.
I mean, my con save's pretty good. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, you're fine. Rhodey makes one last swipe at you as you go, but her chain just fails to catch you, and tied up as she is with the pillar, the 3 of you are able to take your captive and just fucking peg it out into the streets. We will, where we are, and as you make your way into the streets, we will rejoin, I think at this stage, for your final reckoning and the trial, where you present your evidence for this murder in Mephistopolis.